All right, next up, we've got Garrett Habers, who asks, "Who does Ted think is the biggest star in wrestling history?" So, boy, that covers a lot of ground, Ted. Yeah, anybody jump to mind for you?
Oh my gosh. The biggest star ever. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that I could condense it down to one. That I could say that there was one wrestler who just beat them all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, yeah, and again, there's so many different. It's kind of like, oh gosh, you look at that and go, okay, if he was a bad guy, why was he a bad guy, and why did everybody hate him? Or if he was a good guy, so like, so is there I don't know. That's a. I have to think about that. I'll be honest with you.
When it comes to the biggest star, I think there's categories, right? Because it's like, okay, is the biggest star the guy who made the most money in wrestling? There's an argument to be made for that, right? So that would be, I don't know, The Rock or Stone Cold or Hulk Hogan, right? Those guys probably made more money than anybody ever in the history of the business. Or is it like the greatest wrestler as in pop culture icon? Because an argument could be made, okay,
Yeah,
again, Hogan. What about Andre the Giant? I mean, he's become a pop
yeah,
culture icon.
yeah, yeah.
So there's like so many different directions you can kind of move in the
And,
sense that's
and
a
I would even go as far as to say it's like The Rock. The Rock. The Rock has become such a big star, but he's a big star now because he's a movie star.
hmm
I mean, I don't know that The Rock was as big a wrestling star as he is a movie star.
right now he's one of the biggest movie stars on the face of the planet,
Oh,
one of the
oh
most
yeah,
recognized figures. And so no, it's
and
he
deservedly so.
he is certainly a bigger Hollywood
Yeah,
figure than he ever was a wrestling figure, but he was a huge wrestling figure too, which was his foot
yeah.
in the door in Hollywood. So I don't know. That's a weird one. Let me simplify it a little bit, Ted, and then we can move on. All right, bigger star to you, Hulk Hogan or Stone Cold Steve Austin? I know, tough one.
um, it's almost like a toss up because Hulk Hogan was. I mean, Hulk Hogan was the first, like, over the top. Like Vince McMahon made guy,
hmm
and the big hero Hulk Hogan, right?
Yes.
And Stone Cold, and like I was there. I mean, they put me with him at the. Of course, this is when nobody knew him. They put him with me because my power as a draw or as a celebrity or as a wrestler, whatever. It's kind of like we call it the rub. Put him with somebody that's going to help elevate him faster. And and I saw his talent early. I said, this guy's going to go places, but I had no idea that he would go as big as he went. And again, there's an argument there, but it's a different. There's just so many variations. It's kind of like I can't say that he's a bigger star than Hulk Hogan, but he's as big a star as Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I'm with you. A real toss up. I would almost lean toward Hogan just because it's like he was literally everywhere around like 1988, 86, that kind of era where it's like he was on cartoons, he was on lunchboxes. Like you couldn't turn on the TV without seeing Hulk Hogan's face. So I would kind of lean toward Hulk Hogan between the two of them, but honestly, it's really hard to
Yeah,
pick.